Hello, everybody, and welcome to our last What's Up Wednesday of August. Can you believe how fast this month has passed by? And we are certainly looking forward to the fall coming up. So again, What's Up Wednesday, welcome August 31st, 2022. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Adriana Alvarez, Head of Sales for the Americas, and always an absolute pleasure and honor to be here with all of you on this platform. Know, of course, that we have a great agenda. So if you're with us live or joining us on the recording, today we'll touch on some quick operation updates with Jake Barron, Head of Operations for the Americas. We're going to speak about the Canada Grand Opening. We have an incredible promotion, an incredible event coming up on September 10th, and we have some news for you. We're going to go over a little more details on the event when it comes to speakers and some really exciting stuff. So you want to make sure you don't miss it. Actually, Olympics is over, but we had our MagHealy, successful MagHealy launch last week, and we continue to have great promotion tied to that as well with Klarna. We have some August promotions that are over, and we just wrapping up today. I know you guys are going to be super busy closing the month, but make sure you join us tomorrow on our Frequencies and Friends. It's posted on our event site, so make sure you RSVP so you can catch the recording if you're not able to attend, and that is at 12 p.m. EST. So again, we'll just touch on the last August promotions, and tomorrow we'll have new ones. And we have exciting rank advancement recognition. Since last week, we had Dr. Chen. We had a different What's Up MagHealy, which we joined together in the evening. If you weren't able to join us last Wednesday at 8 p.m. EST, we shared the recording. It's already posted in our YouTube channel and also on our Facebook Americas group. And then we're going to wrap up with some back to school programs. We have our board members here with us, Colette Schnabel, Doc Steve, and Ken Close, that are going to talk about not only how to utilize the MagHealy in the back to school kind of way, but also Ken has a great system to go back into school with Healy. Know again that this call is being recorded and it will be shared on our Telegram and our Facebook and YouTube channel. And with that, I want to welcome everybody that is on here today. Please write to us on the chat. Go on camera. I love seeing all of you. Hi, everybody. Let us know where you're joining here from Florida, hot, humid Florida today. But taking advantage of those last few days before Labor Day weekend. Share with us, what are your plans for Labor Day weekend? Do you have exciting family plans, and how do you plan to use that to promote Healy and our wonderful product? What a better way than enjoying your Healy or even your MagHealy when you have your family over for a barbecue, or you're out at the beach relaxing, taking your last day of summer. So share on here, what are some of your ideas of maximizing this weekend, and what are some of your personal and business plans? Looking forward to hearing. And again, welcome everybody. Greetings from Colorado, Texas. Let's see. Awesome. And yes, is there a way to watch the last What's Up Wednesday? Yes, they're all recorded and posted on our YouTube channel and our Facebook group. So with that, I'm going to pass it on to my partner in crime here, Jake Barron, Head of Operations for the Americas.
Thanks, Adriana. And I'm glad we have this call today to remind me what day of the week it is, because everything just blends together at this point. There's just so much going on. I mean, not, specifically, I don't have many operational updates for today, but, with end of month being today, the big announcements that are being made on Frequencies and Friends tomorrow, and then final preparations for Canada. It's all things Canada right now. Getting ready for this big grand opening event. A bunch of us here from the office in Orlando are going to be flying up there next Thursday. So looking forward to meeting so many of you in person for the first time. So that's really going to be an amazing event, an amazing launch. We got a lot of big things planned for that event, big surprises that we maybe we'll be teasing a little bit of those later. I don't know, but yeah, really, that's don't have any big updates other than Tech Tip Tuesday from last night. It was just added to our YouTube page, so check that out. We had a lot of complex questions last night. We didn't have Tech Tip Tuesday the week before because we were here in Orlando for some board meetings, and I think everyone saved up their complicated questions for us yesterday. So check that out if you want to see the topics that we discussed last night.
I was just going to say that, Jake. I think they saved them up and they didn't forget them. They wrote them down.
No.
They were pretty elaborate. So it's awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun though. So I'll pass it back to you and I'll just help out here in the chat on the call today.
Absolutely. We have some great participation from Canada. So just like Jake said, it's all about Canada right now. So we're super excited. Everybody's been patiently waiting for this moment to happen, and it's finally here. And it's just to show how we're growing at Healy World, expanding again our company on a global base. So welcome to all of you, and I hope we continue to see many, many more of you participate on this call as after our event, our grand opening August 20th. And with that, I'm going to play a video, but know that after our event, also head of sales and all of our Canada team is going to join us on here as well. So we're really looking forward to that. So here's just a little exciting video about Canada. Awesome. And like it says, our family is getting bigger and bigger, and it's going to be so much fun to collaborate together. And with that, we have a fantastic promotion for the month of grand opening. And that is let me go back here. If any of our Canadian members sell 3 residents or higher during the month of August, they have the opportunity to earn a free residence. But it doesn't stop there. If they sell, or when you sell 4 residents or higher, you earn a free residence plus. If you sell 5 or higher, 5 residents or higher, you also get the opportunity to earn a free professional. And I call this the ultimate business kit. What better way to launch Healy with all of these, with your professional, with a coil and a watch. So aim to sell those 6 residents or higher. This is unlimited, so you can truly go around. So let's say you sell 9, you get your business kit with the professional, the coil, and the watch, as well as a free residence, and so on and so on. So I hope you were able to take advantage of this, and we're super, super excited for those of you that did, because again, that shows that our event is going to be even more successful. So with that, note that this is posted on the back office on downloadable, so you have the terms and conditions if you have any questions about this. But the biggest and most exciting moment is our Canada Grand Opening event on September 10th. Make sure that you register. Here is the link below. It is, let me go back here again. It is Healy Canada Grand Opening Event.eventbrite.com. So today we actually maxed out our RSVPs and we extended for another 250. So make sure you RSVP for your seat. This event is open for all members and guests. So again, if you're in Canada, or if you're not, wherever you are in the globe or here in the US, you can invite guest prospects that are in Canada to attend our event in Toronto. So again, it's open to members and guests free of cost, and we have limited seating left. So you want to make sure that you reserve yours today. So how exciting is this event going to be? Well, it is an all-day event. We start with our registration at 9 a.m. We open our doors 9:45, and our event starts sharp at 10 a.m. So our morning session will be officially from 10 to 12. Then we have a nice break from 12 to 2, and then our second session from 2 to 5. Now, we are going to have international speakers and amazing guests attending to our event. So starting with our CEO and president of Healy World, Christian Dorner, our chief commercial officers, Luciano Garcia Rangel. We also have our new head of sales for Canada, Jessie Arsenal. Give her a little shout out. She's on here, and you'll be seeing a lot of her moving forward. And it's been a pleasure to get to know her. And I know you are going to love her when you meet her on the event and in our future Zoom meetings. We have Xiamnam Halper. As you all know her, she is not only a time waver, but a MagHealy expert. She is also the wife of our founder, Christian Halper. And these are going to be speaking. She's going to be speaking in the morning, because the morning we're going to be focusing on what is Healy, the business presentation, the philosophy behind the product. So she'll be speaking then. We also have Karsten Lange, which is our master distributor, that is going to be speaking not only about the future of our business, on the potential of our business. And we also have CJ Peters, which is one of our Healy World top leaders, that is going to talk about how to maximize the compensation plan. I mean, we all want to know that, right? Not only about MagHealy training that Xiamnam is going to be explaining, but we also have Doc Steve, US board member and product expert, that is going to dive into the Healy. So we're going to speak Healy, MagHealy, and how to work your business. Again, this is open for all members and for guests, but especially we have a really big surprise for all of you, and that is that MagHealy is coming to Canada. So on our September 10th event, you will be able, if you're attending, to have on-site pickup for your MagHealy. So in the upcoming days, we will be sharing a pre-purchase link, and this is just tied to the event. So this is anybody who is in Canada and plans to attend the event will have the MagHealy available for purchase there. Now, if you are a member and you're sharing with the prospect, it'll be linked to you. Again, but the only thing they can purchase with this shop link is the MagHealy, and they will be able to pick it up on site, and that will be on our lunch break between 12 and 2. And if we have anybody else who purchases while they're there, because they can purchase on their phone if they decide to during the event. Again, don't come to place the order, come to pick up your order, right? And we will have probably then another session at the end of the event, again, to continue handing out your MagHealys. If somebody does a pre-purchase but is not able to attend to the event for any reason, then that purchase will be refunded to their personal accounts. Jake, do you want to make any comments on this whatsoever?
I think you covered it all. And yeah, we're finalizing that event shop page now, and we'll share it as soon as we can, but it'll probably be sometime middle of next week when we can have that available.
Absolutely. So again, keep a lookout. We will be sending that link soon to all of you who are registered. Now, if you have registered for the event, and let us know here on the chat if you will be joining us in Toronto on September 10th, let us know. And if for any reason we're going to send out an email. If you have any translation needs, please let us know. If it seems like it is a big audience that needs a specific language, we're looking into providing. We're not promising anything, but we truly want, if you have the need, the event will be fully in English. So if you feel that you need translation, go back into your registration link and edit that. There is an option for French for Mandarin and other. So make sure you fill that out or also reply to our email. But that is active on the Eventbrite link. So anybody who registers from today moving forward, they'll have that option available. So again, we know we have some US members, we have some Mexico members, and we have many of our Canadian members that of course are going to be with us. So again, sitting is limited, but when you receive this link, make sure that you are the first one to have MagHealy in your hands, because imagine that, sitting with a training with MagHealy, with Shamnam, also Doc Steve, and everybody, you'll be able to experience it right then and there. We're going to have a super cool energized water station. So we will be activating our waters at the event with different MagHealy programs, and we have some on site for demoing, as we've had in the past for Healy's and MagHealy, for anybody who wants to have the experience during the event. So truly exciting stuff. This not only is the first time in Canada that MagHealy is coming, but it's the first time at Healy that we have on-site pickup products. So truly exciting, again, for all this future. Now, again, MagHealy topic. We have extended our 0% APR promotion with Klarna till the end of September. So we were ending that promotion today. No worries, we're extending it to the rest of September. So again, with Klarna, they'll be able to have 0% APR, take advantage of a 0 APR promotion. This is up to $10,000 with Klarna. Again, maybe you're using Klarna with different companies or retailers, but overall with Klarna you have a limit up to 10,000 where you can have imagine acquire your MagHealy for as low as $125 a month with our financing option. So big deal here. So again, we're continuing promoting our MagHealy launch with some training. So we have 2 more series with our What's Up MagHealy with Dr. Michael Chen. Last week's recording was already posted, but next 2 sessions, he is going to dive into part 1 and part 2 of the program. So mark your calendar, September 7th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Join the same link as for this call, healywow.com, and you'll be able to attend Dr. Michael Chen's training, and also on the 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So mark your calendars. We are switching from our regular What's Up Wednesday series to the What's Up MagHealy to continue training all of you on the wonderful programs that we have available with our MagHealy. So today is our last day for our Summer Splash Sensation promotion, which is for acquiring your Healy editions for 50% off. Now this our half price, and you're able to get those discounts from the Healy Holistic Edition, the Resonance Plus, and the Professional. They're all at 50% until today for the Summer Splash promotion. You have the flyers and you have the terms and conditions available in your back office, as well as an newsletter was sent out. So you can, again, start texting people, WhatsApping people, posting it on your social media to take advantage of these last hours that we have for the day. Any questions before I move on?
I think we're doing fielded them pretty good back here, I think.
So actually somebody asked a question on Klarna that made me think of something. So we realized that if you want to check out with Klarna through our site, you can actually pay Klarna with credit card. So if you want to utilize Amex, American Express, you can actually do it through Klarna. I don't know, Jake, if you want to give him a little detail on that.
No, well, when you select Klarna, you put in your information and it gives you all of your payment options, whether it's monthly financing, paying for, depending on what your order total is. And then there's also always the option to just pay by card, which essentially rather than paying through Healy's normal credit card processor, you're paying through Klarna, and that is kind of the workaround for American Express. And there was another question earlier on here about to use Klarna. The question was, do you have to have it linked, or this promotion, is it linked to having a debit card? So for the 0% APR, you're doing the monthly financing. So whether you pick 12, 18, 24 months, and you have to, that monthly payment has to be through an account tied to a bank. It can't be through your credit card, because you can't finance with credit. It's basically financing with financing, essentially, in that point. So yeah, the longer monthly financing is tied kind of through a debit card, but there are additional payment methods available as well. And we are working on Klarna still for Canada. You know, we are pushing them as far as what needs to get done in order to have that live. And, you know, hopefully we'll have some good news to share with everybody on that soon.
All right, excellent. So with exciting news comes rank advancements, and we have new executive team managers and above this month to recognize, including many of our Canadian members that took advantage of this launch month and actually ranked advanced. So congratulations to all of you. Let's start with recognizing our new executive team managers: Berta Morales, Bokyeon Choi, Christine Pauline from Canada, Yuni Kim, Joanna Huang, Leticia Arroyo, Magan Lee, Min Hang, Sarah Gooding from Canada, and Young Suk Kim. Again, I apologize if I mispronounce any names, but congratulations to all of you. And we have new directors. Congratulations, Angela Shim, Annie Dolter, Gabriela Marcias Lira, Terry Bernier from Canada as well, Vicky Dixon from Canada, and Zofia Hossman as well. Congratulations to our new directors, but we also have senior directors. Congratulations to Ana Celia Cervantes, Fernanda Parra, and Robin Grogitsky. And you will see this recognition also on our social medias for all of you. And our one and new executive director. Congratulations, Spencer Crowder from Canada. Huge accomplishment just on your first month being able to work your business locally. So congratulations to all of you, and we look forward to your continuous growth within Healy. So again, we're going now into our testimonials and some of the tips on how to utilize this time of back to school. So our board member, Colette Schnabel, was actually, we met this week, and she was telling me how fantastic the MagHealy works for her. So Colette, are you on here with us?
Hi, yes, I'm here. Hi, everybody. I'm sorry, just getting my computer all set up. Yes, I am so excited to share with you guys about the MagHealy. You know, I'm a mom of two, so I'm assuming we all have our children going back to school right now, and you know, getting them up in the morning can be slow. You know, sometimes they might not wake up with the best attitude, or something might have happened, they had a bad dream. And so really getting, you know, the day off to a good start can be a bit rough sometimes. So when my MagHealy arrived, I, you know, was going to do the thing. I'm going to work it as hard as I can and try all of the programs as much as I can, like you would for that 14 days. That's what you're supposed to do, right? Make sure you don't want to, I mean, I would never send it back, but I know I'm going to do the best I can to run all the programs. So yesterday morning, I put the MagHealy on my kitchen table, and I ran the energy atmosphere program for my children. My daughter is quite a slow eater, and I have alarms set for like an hour and a half throughout the morning to remind them, okay, it's time to do this, this, this. And we always go past the alarms because she's a very slow eater. So immediately she sat down and she just started like just eating. And then my son was having a rough morning yesterday. He woke up, he was crying for me to not take him to school. Someone wasn't being nice to him at school. And then it was picture day and he wanted to wear a costume. And I said, I'm sorry, buddy, costume. And he wouldn't calm down. Like he was hyperventilating. I couldn't get him to breathe with me. So I ran back out to the kitchen and I got the MagHealy and I switched the program to the Coherence Atmosphere program. I'm telling you, within seconds, he was able to control his breath, his mood immediately shift. And I comforted him and I brought him out to the table. I kept the MagHealy running the coherence. And for the rest of the morning, everything just got so smooth. And I didn't have to, can you be like, okay, it's this time, make sure you're doing this. Okay, we need to get this going. Like, as I left the house, I was like, what's that? That's not normal. Like, that's not how my normal mornings are. It's like, let's go get out the door. And the only thing different that I did was put the MagHealy out for my children. And I've been using the MagHealy now for our waters as well. And so I will use one of my big glass jars and I put the MagHealy on the top, and I did mental clarity yesterday for my children, and I put it into their water bottles for school. So then they're having Healy beautiful frequency water while they're away from home. And I really believe like that mental clarity one, when I first drank that water, and you can taste a difference from the water normally, and then when you run that 10-minute frequency program on it, the water changes. It's just crazy how it changes. And that mental clarity immediately, I think I told you, Adriana, I felt like I had that limitless pill. My mind went, I'm like, what do I need to get some stuff done right now. So I am amazed by it, by what I've been trying with my children, with my kids. I've been using the sleep program at night. I am just really excited about this, and I can't wait to continue to play around with all of the different programs that we have.
Thank you so much for sharing. And again, this device, I mean, when we talk about going back to school, we're also talking about teachers, I mean, mothers. It is stressful as a parent to have your kids going back to school, no matter what age they are, right? So having that clarity and that peace for yourself, I mean, we have an amazing program, Family Harmony. I personally ran that program this last weekend. I had my entire family on my father's side here, and it was the first time ever that we had just all gotten back together, and I ran that and I could feel it. It was just such synergy and peace and happiness. Again, our minds obviously have a big part of that, but truly I did feel it. And the fact that it runs limitless, it just runs on its own as long as you have it charging. It just, didn't have to worry if the program was over or not. Same as with the sleep program. Again, I'm not only seeing the results, but even my husband as well. So truly highly recommended.
I love it for the children as well, Adriana, because, it's not using the microcurrent. And so it's easy. Both of my children are getting these frequencies at the same time, and so it's different than the Healy. It's not, taking it away, but it works beautifully for our children. I'm so happy that we have this now.
Mm-hmm. So we did have, I just wanted to point it out, some comments last week of saying, well, the guide says we can run we should run the programs for 18 and above years old. So now with the MagHealy, we do have even children playing device. So again, just keep that in mind. I see some about the water. Yes, it's only 10 minutes. Yes, you can run the MagHealy on the charger pad. It is not often recommended because it can lower the lifespan of your battery, like with the iPhone, with any cell phone or many devices, but you can do it if you want to, for example, run it for over 4 to 5 hours, which is kind of the lifespan of a full battery charge. Okay, so with that, I'm going to pass it over to Doc Steve, that you'll know have experience with the time waiver and is in our product group and has some tips as well with the MagHealy.
So first off, if we're talking about back to school, I just wanted to highlight 3 specific MagHealy programs that would be really great. The first one would be in the atmosphere section, and that would be the study program. Wouldn't it be great if every teacher in every classroom had a MagHealy and they could place the MagHealy in the middle of the room and just run the study program throughout the day for all the students? How incredible would that be? So I highly recommend that one. And I also think it's a great idea when your kids come home from school and they're doing their homework to have that study program running in the room where they do their homework. As Colette mentioned, a great program to energize water with for your children throughout the day. And as Colette said, she actually filled up some containers and had her kids bring them to school with them, would be the mental clarity program, which is in the water activation series. And then finally, the third program that would be very helpful for learning in school is in the McMakin series, and that's the one called Brain Harmony. So those are 3 I would just like to highlight just off the top of the specific McMakin, of the specific MagHealy programs that I would recommend for students and anyone that's going back to school at this time. Even college students, what a great gift to give your children as they go off to college would be a MagHealy and have them run these programs to get better grades. So I think you also wanted me at one point to go through some review of slides, Adriana. Do you want me to do that now, or you want me to allow Ken to speak first and then go back to that? I'm good either way.
We can do Ken and then we can go back. You want to do that?
Great. Sure.
Okay.
Sounds good. Ken, you're up, my friend.
Well, awesome. Thank you. You know what? Following Doc Steve or even Colette's testimony, I was like, come on, I got some performing to do here. I got some work to do. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your content. And I want to tie things together for a moment, because again, with this back to school concept, we're not just talking about students, right? Of course, we have students that the magnetic energy can speak to in terms of the younger demographic, but then Healy's only designed, essentially, the microcurrent is designed for 18 and above, right? So that's part of the contraindicators is being assigned to that demographic. So we've got high school students and we have college students, but remember the other aspects, like Doc said, we have the teachers. What if the teachers had this support structure? What if the parents, us parents, who have kids, and we have the support structure in which Healy is going to benefit? And I want to talk a little bit about the microcurrent in a systematic way, because as Doc and Colette both said, some of the attributes in which Healy is affecting, aside from the water, is in our autonomic nervous system. And when it comes to adjusting the autonomic nervous system, that's the body's, essentially the body's energy level. It's its focus, its concentration, stress management. And these are vital factors in the body's creation of health. When we're managing those systems, we are now managing pretty much all aspects of the effective learning, our energetic or energy levels, our stress, all those things. And there's so many great programs within these pages, from the gold cycle all the way through one of my favorites, which is digital nutrition. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples so you can kind of build your own model, because if you understand principles, you're able to build models on your own, right? So number one principle is that we manage the autonomic nervous system. In other words, things around mental balance, things around nerve meridians, things around even when it comes to circulation or management. So in the gold cycle page alone, if we just start with that one, the relax program, I mean, every edition has the gold cycle page, right? And relax is one of those programs that actually speaks to your autonomic system, because what does it take, or what's required for you to relax? You can't be hyped up on stress response. You can't really be jittery in terms of how your body responds to chaos and disorder. To relax, it means that we're going to move you from that sympathetic to parasympathetic. It's going to give your mind an ability to down-regulate its chaos and disorder. And so relax doesn't mean you're going to fall asleep and be sleepy. It simply means that the body itself starts to promote the attributes to relaxation. Okay, one of my favorites. Let's move into just the learning page, because I think every student 18 and above should be operating within the microcurrent of the learning page. Now, remember, folks, you can still give the coil, the Healy has a coil that gives magnetic energy to the demographic, which is a useful tool for other ages. But the MagHealy now opens the door for a much wider, broader band of age groups. So the learning page has a couple of very key programs, and I want you guys to pay attention to these, because the exam systemic and the stress systemic, those two programs are designed, again, exam systemic. What happens? You guys probably all remember cramming for an exam, sitting in the seat, and all of a sudden the brain explodes, right? You can't think, you can't move, you can't remember anything. And that is a stress response. That's the body going into the autonomic nervous system of that sympathetic fight or flight. And it has to harness all of its resources, including your focus. It has to be focused on survival, not your math quiz. Everything else is secondary. So when we run that particular program, the exam systemic, and SYST stands for systemic. It's the entire body is getting on board with this avenue. Systemically, the whole system is starting to down-regulate the stress and up-regulate the awareness of just peace. The vagal tone starts to shift. And then stress is another one that's on that page. The fitness page has one I want to bring attention to when we're looking at back to school ideas for parents and teachers is stamina. Look at what that means. Stamina on the fitness page. We look at it from an athletic perspective. I do, but from just a daily activity perspective, stamina is one of the things that gives us that long-term sustained energy burn. Also, stamina helps you manage your energy consumptions, helps the body manage, helps you as an individual manage some of those attributes is in terms of how you're dedicating your energy. You're not giving it away in a stress response. You're actually conserving it for maybe getting the kids on the bus, right, or whatever. Like Colette's got these alarms set for certain times. You know, come on, honey, eat your breakfast. So these are giving you the stamina even after the kids are out the door, so that you can continue your day, right? That's a great one. So that fitness page has got some good ones. And I also want to bring attention to circulation, whether it be this fitness page or some of the other pages that have these circulatory programs, because nothing happens in the body if we don't have good circulation. I mean, where does everything move from? It's the lymphatic system. It's our blood flow. It's our oxygen content operating throughout the lungs and then oxygenating the blood. So this promoting our circulatory system, whether it be from the meridians page or the fitness page, or even the digital nutrition page. These are pieces that I want to draw your attention to as a fundamental piece that the body needs. So these are principles that I'm putting on the table, how we manage the autonomic systems, right? The stress response versus rest and digest, circulatory systems, as well as our energy management systems. So you guys, some of you guys are new, some of you guys have been here a while, but when you start to look at the programs and you look at their names and they have a distinct intuitive impression on you, these programs have very distinct systems in which they are navigating your body. The last one, and so there's page after page after page that has benefits in regards to what I'm talking about. But what I'm trying to put on the table here for folks is a systematic way of supporting your body, and then taking a look at which of these programs, because there's many on every page, which of them start to interact with you. The last one I want to bring attention to, because of the back to school idea, what are we going to be doing? We're going to be interfacing with a lot more people. classroom settings, teachers with more students, and inevitably within the first month, there's a lot of sniffly, sneezy, things like that are going on, right? So I'm going to recommend everybody work on your immune system, right? Work on your immune system. And I love the Bioenergetic Harmony 1 page, which has our immune system support, as well as coherence on the Bioenergetic support page. Coherence builds coherence, not just with your environment, but with your body's ability to interface with the environment. Okay. So another important aspect of what Healy does. For promoting the professional version, or I should say the digital nutrition subscription, oh my gosh, it's worth its weight in gold, because our brain is a mineral engine. And there are programs in digital nutrition that promotes the bioavailability of minerals, right? And so all kinds of different aspects that support brain, that support the body in different ways, amino acids, all kinds of things. And this is simply not replacing what you eat, but promoting the bioavailability of what you do eat energetically and through frequency concepts of alignment and coherence. So in closing, thank you guys very much for that. Hopefully I could help build a system that gives you some principles that you would be able to use and now integrate into the programs that are available to you. Thank you very much, guys. Back to you, Adriana.
That was
Ken,
incredible. Thank you.
Ken, I
Go
wanted
ahead.
to just jump in here, tag on to you, just a few other programs here. I work with a lot of patients in my practice, both children and adults, that have ADD, attention deficit disorder. And I find that when I recommend the concentration systemic and concentration acute programs, it really helps them keep that focus. And another one too that I think is really good for students is the memory program, because especially if you are memorizing certain things and strings of items that you have to, it brings me back to my medical training when I took my anatomy course and had to memorize every single nerve and vein and artery that ran through the body and where it went to and came. I mean, I could have absolutely used that memory program at that time. So those are three more programs that I would highly recommend you take a look at that absolutely will have benefit for anyone involved with learning or back to school.
And that is on the learning page, folks, by the way,
Yes.
those programs, those are fantastic page. Right on. Thanks, Doc.
Welcome.
So you said you wanted to share some slides, Doc?
No, you said you had the slides. If you wanted me to do a quick overview of the MagHealy, I said I would be willing to do that.
The one with the different programs?
Yes,
Remind me
yes.
again.
Yeah, that's it.
Give me 1 second so I can find it here quickly.
I'm looking at Spencer's post just now. He said, Doc Steve can relearn French for our French. I had 10 years of French that I started in grade school all the way through college. And as I was speaking to Spencer earlier this morning, talking to him about the fact that, you know, the whole if you don't use it, you lose it phenomena. Well, I haven't had the opportunity to really speak French in the last 45 years. So I said to him, I don't know how well I'll be when I go up there, but we'll see. Anyway, you know, personally, I have to say I use my MagHealy every day. Everyone will obviously find the program that really radiates for them the most and works best for them the most. But I've played around now for the last 3 months as one of the beta testers, and I have to say that my absolute go-to program every single day on the MagHealy is the sleep program. I no longer go to sleep now without having that MagHealy sleep program running because of the fact that my quality of sleep has been so dramatically changed over the last few months that I've been using the MagHealy, and it happened on day one. As I mentioned earlier, what I have found is that there are times when I get very little sleep because I'm on the West Coast and I'm speaking to Germany and I'll have to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning, and I'll have maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep. If I am running the MagHealy sleep program, when I wake up after 4 or 5 hours of sleep, my body actually is tricked into feeling that I actually had 8 hours of sleep, even though I only had 4 or 5. And when I have a good night's sleep, my normal, 8 hours, first of all, I'm finding I don't even need 8 hours anymore, which I used to need. I get away with 7 hours. And the quality of sleep that I have for that entire period of the night, there's no tossing, there's no turning, there's no waking up in the middle of the night. It is just a dream come true for me. So I absolutely recommend that one of the first programs you guys try is the Atmosphere sleep program, because it's one of the program sets that allows you to run on what's called infinity. So many of the programs have their own time set, just like on the Healy, we have the various levels of how these programs run. Some as short as 20 minutes, some go to an hour. Well, on the MagHealy, there's an option in the Atmosphere application under sleep and some of the other programs that allows you to run infinity, meaning that there is no end until you actually shut the device off. And that's the one I use when I go to sleep at night. And far and behold, it has dramatically changed my life. So I absolutely recommend that when you do get your MagHealys, try that one out as the first one you do. I kind of put it, I have a bed that has some cabinets behind it, and I just sort of tuck it behind the cabinet, so the lights are on the low setting, the number 2 setting, so it doesn't disturb me. And again, my sleep has been amazing. So so we have the MagHealy, as we all know, it's divided into 4 categories, 4 unique sort of program sets. The classical applications are magnetic field applications that have been known in pulse magnetic field therapy. The water applications are used to charge water with specific frequencies. The atmosphere applications are the ones that we put into a room and we can shift the frequency and energy of the room. And of course, the McMakin applications are the dual channel applications that run 2 simultaneously frequencies. One of them deals with the specific condition that we're dealing with, and the other frequency is dealing with the specific organ. Next slide. So this is an example of some of the classical applications. We seem to have a sleep program in all the different categories, but the reason I use the Atmosphere sleep program is because of the fact that it allows us to put it on the infinity settings, so it doesn't just run for a short period of time and then end. Again, we have positive moods, a good one, energy circulation. These are all good programs. They tend to be a little bit more on the general side. Next slide. So these are some of my favorite programs, are the Atmosphere programs, because they can be used with anyone at any time. And the great news about the Atmosphere programs is that they don't necessarily have to be used for only one person. They can be used for many people. How about, in your office, just running your MagHealy under the office setting and shifting the atmosphere in your office so that everyone's getting along well and everyone's doing well. If you are somebody like myself that grows a lot of plants, why not, bring your Healy out with you to your garden while you're doing some work in the garden, run the plant growing one and see how your plants respond. Car wellness to me is an important one for many people now that drive electrical vehicles, like Teslas and other electric vehicles. Most people aren't aware that electric vehicles create a grid pattern in your car surrounding you that is not necessarily the most beneficial place you want to be. But when you put the car wellness program running while you're driving, you will work to clear that electrical grid. Again, we have the Learning, Concentration, and Study program, which I mentioned for back to school. Wouldn't it be fun to be able to take your MagHealy and bring it to the gym with you? What a great way of having people wondering, what the hell is that thing doing next to you while you're working on your various machines? So that's a cool one. Colette mentioned, and I think Adriana mentioned, the relationship one. That's a great one to run at the dinner table where your entire family is sitting around, either that one or the family harmony one while you're having dinner. Children playing is a great one to run for the kids. Of course, we can never forget our animal friends, and that's one that should be placed next to where your animal hangs out most of the day. I have a dream that most animal shelters would be able to have a MagHealy. And imagine what would happen. I happen to do a lot of volunteer work at rescues. My dog Teddy, that many of you have seen, is a rescue dog, and it's the atmosphere inside of a rescue or a shelter is some of the most tense type of feelings you can imagine. Having MagHealy running in a rescue so that all the dogs get the benefit of that peace and calm would be great. And now we also finally have what I think is great, the real program for prosperity and abundance, because we don't, in all the other Healy programs, we don't have something really specific, but now we have a specific program to enhance our prosperity, our abundance, our businesses, and that's the finance and prosperity program. So that's a cool one to play around with also. Next slide. The water applications, again, another favorite of mine. It only takes 10 minutes to charge water. You know, there was always an alternative way of charging water with our Healys, which was to take a specific program on our Healy, put the Healy, lean it against a glass of water, and then run the program. However, in order to get the benefit of that program, you had to run the entire program for it to charge that water. And we all know that some of the programs can run up to 50 or an hour. So to be able to have to charge our water and take an hour to do that is a difficult task for some people. But imagine being able to do it in just 10 minutes. So all of the water application programs only need 10 minutes to charge, and they will last approximately 12 hours. So why not water your plants instead of just using tap water? Why not first take your watering pot, put your MagHealy on it, charge it up, and watch your plants take off? It's a great one. We talked about mental clarity, right? Giving our kids a thermos bottle to take to school with them and just have it with charged water. Everyone knows that one of my favorite programs of all is the Vegas program, because we tend to, most people these days especially, are in total fight or flight. We're in sympathetic mode, as Ken referred to. Well, why not move our bodies into parasympathetic mode? And the way to do that is to support the vagus nerve. And so we do have a water application that allows us to charge the water and move our bodies more into a vagal tone. Let's see if
We
there's any others.
we also had Dr. Chen explaining how he's using it for his pets as well, activating water for his pets.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, for sure. That's, of course, that would be a way. And then I just did guys, I just came off of a 21-day detox fast that I did before the board meetings in Orlando. And I was able to release 32 pounds of weight in those 21 days. And I used the fasting morning, fasting noon, and fasting evening programs to charge the water during the day to just give me that extra support of energy that I needed while I was going through the fasting process. And it was very, very helpful for me to do that. Water coherence is a nice one because it just it will change your water itself into not only bringing it into coherence, but making it the actual molecules of the water easier to assimilate in the body. When you go to the gym, it's always important to keep hydrated. So why not, charge the bottles of water you bring to the gym with the fitness program. So as you can see, there's so many applications here in this water application that will fit into pretty much many areas of your daily life. Next slide. So now we have the McMakin programs, and these are the programs, as I mentioned, are the ones that deliver 2 frequencies at once. And the way we know that is that we switch our MagHealys to setting number 3. You'll notice there are yellow and green lights. Well, those lights are the yellow and green represent the 2 different frequencies that are running at the time. And as you can see here, the McMakin programs are primarily used to shift various aspects of areas of imbalance in a lot of different body parts and organs. And when you're using the McMakin program, the hint is to try to get the MagHealy as close to that body part as possible, actually touching that body part if possible. And as you can see here, we have various issues that people will have in their spine, joint, neck, lower back, the areas where most people have hold stress. Again, the Vegas program, one of my favorites. And then we again have a program for detox, which is great. I use that one also. And we have programs for men and for women. And this chart wasn't changed, but just so you know, guys, there wasn't, this is that the McMakin application chart is an older chart. We need to update it because I made a recommendation to Marcus that I felt that it was important to not only have an ovary and menses support for women, but we now have a prostate support to support male functioning. So it's an amazing device. The great news is that it can be used in conjunction with the Healy. You can actually run the MagHealy programs and the Healy programs simultaneously. That's a favorite of Ken's. Ken loves doing double programs at the same time. More bang for your buck, why not? And I highly recommend you take advantage of this. I really feel that the MagHealy is our game changer. There is nothing like it out there. And it's a way to allow people to really get to experience the Healy very easily by, again, running an atmosphere program and having a bunch of people on a table experiencing it at the same time. And I can tell you one thing is that when you turn the MagHealy on, you can feel a shift. At least I do. Within seconds of turning the MagHealy on, my body starts to tingle. I can actually feel the magnetic frequencies coming to my body. So there you go, Adriana. Hopefully that was a little summary for all of you in terms of the MagHealy and some of my go-to programs.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Doc. And for everybody, again, make sure, let me go back here to this screen. Here, thank you again, Colette, for sharing your testimony, Ken, for your great advice on the system, right, with the different programs, and Doc for the overview on the MagHealy. I know many of you are just receiving your MagHealy. Some of you are waiting and about to get it as well with our 0% Klarna APR promotion, hopefully. But know that we have our frequencies and friends tomorrow, but we continue to go more in depth with the MagHealy training. I think it was Sandra or Rev Lindsay that said, every day you learn something new with the Healy and the MagHealy. Learning on this device, it is endless. The possibilities that we have are endless. So make sure you always join our calls because we always try to give you some new information on different techniques on how to maximize the use of our device. So make sure you come to our WhatsApp MagHealy training, which is September 7th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And this is with Dr. Michael Chen, as well as on the 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And of course, we have many product experts that are always here on our calls. So any questions that you have, make sure you type it on the chat. And if we don't have an answer for you right away, we'll make sure to find it and get back to you. So thank you, everybody, for all your participation. Great call. Make sure, again, you join us Tech Tip Tuesday. The recording was just posted on YouTube. I will be posting it on Facebook after our call. We have our WhatsApp Wednesday, Healy for beginners and beyond, that is once or twice depending a month, and our Spanish calls every other Thursday. Now we recently updated our events site on our back office, on our shop, I should say, for US and for Canada. So make sure you go on there and you have access to our links so you can keep yourself updated with all the information and product launches. So with that said, everyone should consider his body as a priceless gift from one whom he loves above all, a marvelous work of art of indescribable beauty and mystery beyond human conception, and so delicate that a word, a breath, a look, nay, a thought may injure it. By Nikola Tesla. Thank you, Ken, for sharing that with us. All right, everybody, hope you have a wonderful week and you continue promoting and having a great close to the month of August.